Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Zapp with Aquatic Sensors, and today I'm going to set up the AQ5 from ANB Sensors prior to deployment to make sure you get optimal results for your data. So I've unpacked the sensor, it came with a cable, and then you unpack your DTU. It will come with this extension with chalk blocks on the end, and you want to attach those to the wires or the pigtail that comes out of the cable. And then what you want to do is plug it into your laptop and it will be ready to be attached to the utils. And once you plug this in, the most important part is you want to hear 2 beeps. Okay, not just a beep, you need 2 beeps. And so that's what we'll do. We will plug it in. The laptop has detected that something's plugged in, and now we'll turn it on with the button right here on the DTU. So I've heard 2 beeps. There's a hesitation in between both of them. You may not have heard it on the video, but trust me, this does beep. So now your ANB sensor is ready to be opened, and what you want to do is get your ANB utils, open that up, and it'll detect the ANB sensor, and now you can program it for what you need. Now that we have our sensor connected to our laptop and our utils open, we're going to get Nathan Lawrence, the CEO from ANB Sensors, to guide us through the next steps. There will also be Patrick Sanders from Aquatic Sensors for support on here as well. Enjoy. Pick number 1.
Yes, please. And then number 3. Oh, actually, why don't we do yeah, number 1.
Okay. Do I want to put this in the water yet? Not yet.
No, that's fine. No. So here we're going to just check the measurement settings. So I can talk you through this. So this shows that it's in terminal mode controlled. So we're going to send start commands to start the sensor. It's in a mode where it's going to be continually powered, and it's in high salinity mode. So we'll probably change that. Interval delay is 0 minutes, so it's going to do continual monitoring, and it's going to be in a normal profiling mode. So we're probably going to change that because we're going to test this in some lake water. So we go number 1. We'll leave it in terminal mode, so number 1. Leave it in controlled mode, so number 1. Always powered. We're going to go to low salinity. And then we'll do 0 and we'll leave it in continuous. No.
No.
There we go. And you can see the salinity has changed from what we had previously with all the other commands the same. Now we're going to go to number 3.
3 for commands, yep.
Cool. And then we're going to, Andrew's going to show how to abrade the sensor. And wet.
Yes.
So you're going to wet the surface of the sensor, or the abrasion block, I should say, and then abrade it.
And the instructions are in the manual on this, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So this comes with a kit.
Hopefully.
And do you prefer to wet the sensor head or the abrasion block first?
Oh, the abrasion block we normally do, but you can do either way around. It doesn't matter.
The abrasion block is wetted, and you only do the elevated electrochemical beads, not the ones that are reset, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Just do the top face. Yeah.
And give me an idea of strength.
Typically what we do is actually put some marker pens on there, and then you abrade back the marker pen block. But a good firm abrasion is what we recommend. Don't be shy. Think of it like sanding a piece of wood smooth.
Okay, so I've put a little marker on there just to show that's what you want to remove from your abrasion. That's the amount of pressure you want to put.
Yeah. And we recommend doing this when you first receive the sensor. just to make sure it's clean of any sort of shipping dust or anything like that. And it just gives it a fresh start because we're looking for longer term deployment. So you may as well put it in its optimum condition for those deployments.
Okay, so you can just see a tiny little residue of the marker. Do you want that firmly gone or
Yeah, keep it. Yeah, get rid of it. Yeah, if you
a
can.
little bit more? Does it matter what direction?
No, no, no.
Okay, you can see that. All right. Okay, gone.
Perfect.
Next,
So now we're gonna put it in the water.
as it is right now.
Yeah,
Okay, now we're going to deploy it in a pail of water from Spruce Lake, Ontario, Canada.
cool. Depending on the volume of water, we'd probably just say make sure there's no bubbles on the surface. So sometimes if you're putting it into a small beaker, then you could get a bubble on the lower surfaces of the transducer. So we just want to make sure there's no bubbles on those parts. But if that's not the case, we're okay.
Good. It's a big pail.
Mhm.
Okay, and then
Go for we just type version now, just so people can see that this is the clock is set. Not necessarily have to do this, but you can see the clock's been set by utils and all the parameters are up there shown on the sensor. And because
correct.
Andrew abraded it, we're going to type abrade because it's always good to tell the sensor when you've abraded it. And we're going to hit enter. And then we're going to type reboot as per the instructions. And what happens now is the sensor is going to reboot itself and the splash screen with all the commands you just seen there on the version will be shown again. The sensor will double beep.
Yep, it has.
Perfect. And now the sensor is good to go. So now we can type start. So the sensor will now do its reference calibration check, understanding that it's in a low salinity condition, and then start to do the pH measurement and condition the electrodes as per the internal workings of the sensor through the abrade command. And I think in the fresh water, this takes about 3 minutes, but it's really, you can say the sensor is just setting all the internal settings of itself, and then the first pH numbers be given out.
Now, can the sensor rest on the bottom of the pail or would you like it just suspended?
Just suspended, I would say. We like typically for optimum results, and I think to really mimic field conditions, we would have the sensor stirred because you always have flow across it in field conditions. It's very rarely stagnant. So we always say suspend it, and if possible, stir it in these sort of initial tests, lab tests. Anyway,
So what are we looking? Yeah, what are we looking at now?
sorry. So now the data, the sensor is providing data to the util screen. You can see we've got the time first and the date first. We've got the pH, which is last line with 7.39. Temperature is 15. Salinity conductivity is shown there. Again, we don't give accuracy specs for the salinity conductivity. These are very much a marker for events. So that's what we use them for now. We aim to improve that in the future, but for now, they're very much markers. The last number at the end, the 32, is the file number that the sensor is storing the data to on the internal SD card. And if we want to recall the data later through utils options 4 or 5, we can type 32 and it will download the data from the SD card. And there you go.
So is this what you would expect to see in a fresh lake? Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that salinity may be a bit high, but I'm not too worried. So I'm not too worried about that number. It's what it is. We don't look at it in the great detail, but that's fine. And it's probably coming off the reference electrode. But the pH is probably about right, I would think, for you guys. It doesn't look bad. I mean, it's got to be 7, 7.5. I don't think it'd be more than that. But yeah. If you
Patrick,
want,
do you remember? Oh, sorry, go ahead, Nathan.
no, you go, you go.
No, I was just asking if you remember what it was when you took it from Lake Tahoe.
Oh, me, yeah, I don't remember what it was. I have to look back my notes.
Yeah, it's going to be between, well, anything between 6.8 and 7.8, I would think, just judging what most
Yeah.
water samples that we see are. So that's working, okay? I mean, if you wanted to leave that in your bucket, if you wanted to, and leave it overnight and let the sensor do whatever it wants to do, it's up to you guys. But yeah, that's literally all they need to do. So the sensor, as Andrea set up, is connected through the DTU. Data is being displayed through the ANB utils app. You can always use the ANB GUI as well, which connects in a very similar way through a USB port. And now we can let the data stream periodically. After 33 outputs, there'll be a longer pause on the data while it just does a second reference check before it starts delivering the pH again.